Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr, where I play TimeGuessr daily challenges. If you want to play along, the instructions are in the description below. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got Joe Biden and Obama. I'm not sure who the general is, but I assume this picture's probably taken in the White House. We'll have a look around to see if that is the case. This looks like it is. I'm not sure whether this is during Obama's presidency as Biden being the vice president. It quite well could be. Or was this Obama visiting Biden while he was president? It's hard to tell with Biden. He's an old man. I think this probably was during his vice presidency. Hate to say it, but he looks a bit more with it in this picture than he does these days. Obama doesn't look impressed with what's going on. This guy is obviously a 4-star general. Not sure what they're doing with these rings. Some sort of religious thing, I'm not sure. The building looks like it would be the White House, maybe the Oval Office, just by the shape of the walls, because the walls don't look flat. They look like they could be like curved into an oval shape. We'll go with that. I don't think we're going to get any other location off this. Luckily, I've had a couple of rounds before where the Oval Office is, so I know it's on the west wing of the White House. It's on this side. Yep, it's here. So we'll just go on the dot. I would say this is in Obama's presidency, so we're going to be 2008 to 2000. When was he? To 2016. His hair, I'm looking at his hair color here. It's still fairly black. He went quite grey throughout his presidency, so I would say this is earlier in his presidency. So I would think we're probably maybe even 2008, 2009. I think might be a decent guess. Could be 2008, but I'll go with 2009. Let's go for it. It's 2011. I don't think this location's right because it's outside of the Oval Office. They're not outside in the gardens, so that's a little bit off, but we got a perfect score, so it doesn't really matter on that. It was 2011, so President Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and Chairman of the Joint Staff, Admiral Mike Mullen, I've heard the name, celebrating after the killing of Osama bin Laden. Ah, that would make sense. Obama doesn't look that like he's enjoying the occasion that much, but okay, let's go next round. Okay, Lichtspiel sounds a bit German. We have a church in the background, quite a large one. This kind of font always reminds me of German. Duppenkönig, not sure though. Volksbank, Schlägerbier, I think that's how you spell beer in German. We've got any other clues what city we might be in? We've got a few cars around, so we might be able to date it off those. Let's have a look at these. Warschenspiegel. I apologize for butchering the pronunciation on these. Haven't got a town name. Well, not one that I recognize anyway. Sidney Poitier, that dates it a little bit, but I wouldn't be able to tell you when Sidney Poitier was at the height of his fame. I just know the name more than anything. I couldn't even tell you a single thing that he was in. Let's have a think about this one. Yeah, looking around, it's really, this church is the biggest clue. I can't see any city names. I have noticed this here. We have a road name, Martinstrasse. Obviously the German double S symbol here. So we could technically be in Austria as well. Not sure which. What I might do is have a look around, take my time, look for a church that has such a tall spire. Because I've never seen a church with a spire like that. It's quite unique, although it will be quite difficult to find on the satellite view. But we have two spires quite close to each other. And if I'm going to look at churches around with the name Martinstrasse nearby. Might take me some time, so I'll probably skip this unless I find it quickly, which I don't think I will, but I'll give it a go. My first shot would be Germany, just for the fact that we've got Volksbank. This reminds me of Volkswagen, obviously. This says Golf over here. I'm wondering if that says VW Golf. I don't know how long the Golf has been around. Has it been around since these days? I don't think it's that old. Right, I'll have a look around, see what I can find. Well, after a solid 20 minutes of searching, I've come up with nothing there. I've searched through Berlin, Munich, Vienna, Salzburg, Stuttgart, Cologne, Dusseldorf, Hanover. I didn't look in Hamburg, could look there, but I doubt it's going to be there. I'm just looking on building styles, looking for churches, trying to find it. I just really can't find much here. It just doesn't... I think those two towered bits would stand out quite well, and I've looked for Martinstrasse. I found a street called Martinstrasse in Vienna, but it did not match this at all, so it's not it's not the right one, unfortunately. It's probably quite a common street name, I would think. I assume it just means Martin Street. One of my viewers did mention in a comment a few days ago that the church in northern Germany is Protestant, and most of southern Germany and Austria is more Catholic. And the southern German churches are more ornate, and the northern Protestant ones are less ornate. And this, to me, although it has a quite cool spike to it, it doesn't look as ornate as some of the ones I've seen down in Munich and things like that. So I'm going to hedge and go North Germany. I might be completely wrong, but if it's right, we don't know. So I don't think it's Berlin. The building style doesn't look quite right for Berlin. So I'm just going to put it in the middle here and hope I'm close by. I really don't know, because we could be at Hamburg, could be this place, Bremen. What else have we got? We've got a few little towns up here. It doesn't strike me as a huge city. It could be Hanover. I might have just missed it in some of these places, but we'll go around here, maybe bring it down a touch more, just nearer Hanover, I think. Okay, I'm just going to hope that I'm not too far away and don't lose too many points on that one. The year, I haven't even thought about it. These cars look 60s or 70s to me. Probably late 60s, maybe. Yeah, I would think. I'm not sure what car this is, but it looks like a 60s car to me. Could very well be early 70s, but I think I'll go around 69. Can't really get much off the fashion here, just everyone wearing suits. Maybe off this advertisement we have a woman in a swimming suit, but it doesn't really help much. These dresses here strike me as more 60s style than 70s style that they're advertising here. So I might actually drop it down to 67. We'll go for it. I'm not hopeful on this one. 65. Where were we? It was in Cologne again. Oh no, it's not Cologne. It's Bonn. I think I might have actually been to Bonn when I was a child. That's annoying. Yeah. Oh well, so my northern rule, maybe this is more ornate. I need to study the churches in Germany more, obviously. But we didn't lose too many points. We were 256 kilometers away. But yeah, the year was pretty decent, 2 years off. Okay, I'm getting stronger at the year guessing based on the cars, I think. But rounds like that, I'm sure the Germans out there will know exactly where this is. It's probably a famous church. It's just, I am pretty sure that I have been to Bonn before. Is Bonn on the Rhine? Is this the Rhine? It doesn't say. It's one of those. Why does Apple Maps not tell you the name of the river? I know when I was around 13, 14 years old, my father and we went on a road trip, and we drove up, obviously, from Calais, through Belgium, through, I think it was Maastricht, yeah, and then down, and we followed the Rhine all the way along, visiting all the castles and stuff along there. camping all the way. It was a good holiday. Enjoyed that. I'd like to go again, but that's the last time I've actually been to Germany. So apart from Frankfurt Airport a few times, but that doesn't really count. Okay, next round. Some guys on top of a car. I'm not sure what's going on here. What language have we got? Montesini. Montescatini. I'm not sure. Restaurant could be Italian, possibly. Would it not be ristorante or something? I'm not sure what restaurant in Italian is. Balbi. Can't read that. Camiseria. Ripon. That's a place in England near me, but I don't think it's the same place. It's a bit tricky to read the signage here. Is this a famous person? I really don't recognize them. Is it some kind of political thing? I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure on the language. Seems Italian, possibly. Just the "-ini" sound, ending sounds of names. Sounds a bit Italian to me in the eyes on here. Could be wrong about that, but I really have no context for what's going on here at all. Must be some kind of political protest, or is he a mafia boss? Who knows? Let's have a look around Italy and see if this is a place, jumps out at me. Montecatini. We've got a Montecatini here. Are we possibly in this place? I don't know what the terme on the end means. Whether this is a restaurant named after this place, I have no idea, but seems like a decent guess. I don't think we're going to get anything else other than that. Could just be Rome, for all I know. I wish I could see a number plate. That would tell me pretty much. Can't really judge if there are big buildings in the background, or let's have a look what this place looks like. Does it have a reasonable town centre? Yeah, they could have some fairly big buildings here. So we'll just go and bang in the centre of this place and hope it's right. Sometimes it pays to take some time to search around, but could be completely wrong. This car, trying to judge what age these are. There's one back here too. That one looks a bit more modern. With the side wing mirrors like this. Clothes wise, I think we might be early 70s possibly. Can't really tell. Everyone's wearing skinny jeans, which is quite an Italian thing, I think. Even when people were wearing flared trousers in the UK, maybe they were wearing skinny jeans still in Italy. If it is even Italy. I hope it's not some other random country. Like Romania always trips me up because it sounds Italian sometimes. Let's go late 60s, early 70s. I'm going to go 72 on this one. 78. Oh my god. It was Argentina. Now that's a terrible location guess. So it's after the World Cup. Is there an Argentinian flag anywhere? On the streets of Corona after winning the... How the hell... I'm sure someone might have been able to get that if you speak Spanish. Spanish and Italian always trips me up. That's annoying, but there's definitely a bad round for us. Hopefully we can break 40,000, but I don't even think that is even on the cards anymore. You win some, you lose some. You can't get a good score every day, unfortunately. We have to hit over 9,000 each round for this one to even get close to 40,000 points here. Okay, Rue de l'Espine. So it's French, obviously. So I would guess we are in France. Do we have a French number plate? Oh. Is that blue on both sides? I think it is. That's the French and Italian both have blue on both sides. But yeah, I would say with the rue, it means we've got to be in France. I'm not sure what that says, unfortunately. It's an older building. I think looking at this car, that looks like a Ford of some kind, quite modern. It's like a Ford combi van or something. It's a transit van, I believe. Maybe one of the Renault or Citroen vans. Looks fairly recent though. What about this? The clothes on these kids. They've all got Air Jordans on. This one's a bit older. Most of them do. Some have Converse. I would think this is pretty recent. Are any of them on a phone? She's on a phone. Maybe not the most modern, but quite close to it. They're also on a phone here. I think we could be around 2018, something like that here. Now, where in France would this be? Can't believe I didn't even think of Argentina when I was considering that last round. Sometimes I wish I knew more European languages. It was probably obviously Spanish. It just for some reason I just got Italian stuck in my head. What can you do? Especially when you find a place name with the same name as what it's written. Okay, so is this northern France? Seems more northern than southern to me. Just based off the weather, the building style. It's not Paris though, I don't think. Could be, but I don't think it's looks like Paris. Could be somewhere. It's quite hilly though. Don't know which cities are like, is Ram hilly or it's hard to tell with these satellite views as to how flat a place is. Could be somewhere like Lyon maybe. If we're gonna go down the middle, or it could be anywhere over here. Like these places, I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to go for central France and hope it's not too far off. We'll go for that. Oh, it's 2024, it was modern. And we were over here, so... Which city? It's not Rennes, is it? No. It doesn't say. It's annoying when it does that. No, it wasn't Rennes, it was near Le Mans. Okay, not a terrible score. Could have got better on the year, though. Didn't recognise the phones. It wasn't quite clear enough, but never mind. So I think we're definitely short of 40,000 here. Okay, we've got some English. That'll help me, hopefully. Oh, and it says the location, so that makes it a lot more useful. It says Coney Island here. Let's just hope we are in Coney Island. Pedaling, bathing, riding, or diving on the beach prohibited. We have some kind of minister, someone speaking to the crowd. Brooklyn City Missions means we're near New York, so it would work for Coney Island. So we'll go to Coney Island. I don't think we're going to be too far off then. And Coney Island is down here. We'll be near the beach, I would assume. I don't think we're going to get an exact location because the buildings are all quite different. I'm sure most of these ones don't exist anymore. Okay. It looks quite old, this image. Just looking at the outfits as well, trying to guess what they're wearing. I'll guess the year. Dogs at large, not allowed. We have something written up here, but I don't think that's a date. I'm thinking like 1910, possibly, something around there. If I could see any vehicles or horse-drawn carriages, it would help, but no. Let's go down 1909. Could be 1900 really, but we'll go with that. 1909, 1912, and we were pretty close by. So what's the final score? It's going to be under 40, just under 40,000. If it hadn't been for that round, but what can you do? That's going to bring our monthly average down quite a long ways, I would think. So let's see. Yes, down to 43,000. It's not the best start to the month. It's never. We'll see what we've got on the breakdown. So yeah, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Which city was it? Cabrona. I think I've seen this place on GeoGuessr before a few times. I just didn't see any Argentinian flags, which normally you'd think after a football match they'd be waving the flag and that kind of thing, but it still looked like white flags. Maybe it was just because of the black and white image. Didn't show the light blue colour very well. France guess and the Germany guess, we lost a few points there, but our years were not terrible. First round 2 years off, second round 2 years off, third round the Argentina one 6 years off, and then 6 years off for the France one. I could have gone better there. And then yeah, 3 years off was pretty good for that Coney Island one. Never mind, you win some, you lose some. We'll hopefully beat that tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.